Well. Today we have the minorities rate red flag tier list, okay? I fuck with the minorities. Free them boys out the YouTube slammer. YouTube keeps taking down their channel and shit. Right now they're going by the zombies, so go check them out. But this seems like an interesting video that I could give my takes on as well. So we're gonna go ahead and watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna react to the whole thing. It's 32 minutes. It's a pretty long video. Maybe I might do it in two if y'all fuck with it. But let's get right into it and let's see red flag tiers, because I tell you guys all the time, like literally the last video I made was telling y'all, watch out for the red flags, because a woman knows how to hide the fact that she's cheating. So her words will never tell you the truth. A woman will never, she'll take that shit to the grave. You will be like, this bitch is cheating. She won't admit it. Bitches will fucking put that shit on their dead grandpa, on their dead grandma. They will say whatever just to cover their tracks. No accountability. It's not like a man. A man might be like, yeah, I fucked that bitch. So what? Right? No, women don't do that shit. Why? Because women, when they leave the relationship, they never want to be the bad person. Why do women always say, oh, he was a narcissist, he was this, he was that? No accountability, right? So a woman is never going to admit that she cheated because she knows that you have no evidence to prove it, unless your ass was over there laying in the bushes with some fucking binoculars and shit. But other than that, you have no evidence to prove it. So all you're doing is just speculating, right? If you go into court, they don't have no evidence. Are you going to snitch on yourself? Probably not, right? So women don't want to end the relationship, and they seem like the bad person. Now her family sees her as the cheater. Now your family sees her as the cheater. Women don't want that shit. Women have a stigma in society to be innocent women. The last thing she wants is to have everyone thinking that she was fucking you and she was fucking this dude. So she was fucking two dudes at the same time? Oh, that bitch is a whore. She doesn't want that. Of course she's not going to admit it. So you got to watch for the red flags. But I don't know if this is exactly about cheating. I think this is more so like, let's see, picky eater, wants to protect you. I guess it's just a mix of all the red flags, but always watch out for the red flags.
Feel me? So far, I only noticed a couple, like, hypocritical. She shouldn't even be critical. So it's like, okay, now he's hypocritical.
She shouldn't even be thinking.
You know
what is there to be critical about?
Hypocritical is like, obviously we know what hypocritical means, but that hypocritical like that can't be part of this relationship. It really, no criticism could be part. Like, you ain't got nothing to complain about unless you want to go. That's just the way I'm running. It's like, what would she be hypocritical? What would she be hypocritical about? And you're like, yeah, I'm not tripping off that. So hypocritical is like, I don't like you liking other girls' pictures, but I like other guys' pictures. Mm-hmm. That would be a problem.
That would be hypocritical. That is a good example of.
So it's like, you're not tripping off that. Zed would for sure get that. Got to get off the equation. Like that's a
shout out to Mako 24. Shout out to Mako 24.
It's just that's something that can't be part of this relationship. Like, not on her end.
Shout out to Nail. Shout out to Nail.
Actually, a green flag. She says, "I love you" within the first week. I ain't gonna lie. That's actually
I ain't gonna lie, that shit sound like love bombing to me.
Say that's definitely not a green flag, and the reason I say that is because I know a lot of girls, they know what they doing, and nowadays they call it love bombing.
There you go. What did I just say? A week? Bitch, you love me within a week? Like, I know this dick is good. I know I'm fucking you right, but a week? Like, I get you're developing some feelings. You're developing some sort of emotions. But love is a strong word. 7 days? Don't tell me you were hanging out the whole 7 days. Like, you probably met her a week ago. You probably fucked her once or twice, maybe even 3 times. Maybe you hung out 4 times. Who knows? That's a lot for me, right? If I meet a chick, I'm probably hanging out with her max 2 times in the week. I got shit to do. But understand this. If a woman's telling you, I love you, right? Depending on the man that you are, she's probably trying to extract something from you. Okay? She's probably trying to extract something from you because naturally, women don't want to admit that they love you, right? Especially if you haven't said it first. If you haven't said it first, if you're keeping that shit player and you're not over here, I love you, baby, I love you so much, right? Women are naturally they have an ego. So they're naturally gonna want to be like, oh, play it cool. Until one day, I love you. I love you, right? All of a sudden, they can't hold it in no more. They gotta let you know. That's especially if you haven't cuffed them yet. They're gonna be pushing for a relationship. Eventually, one day they're gonna be like, "I love you so much," blah blah blah, right? But a week is insane.
You don't like that term. I feel like it's a new term. Maybe it's just because
I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, my whole life I never heard it until recently. That's something that
Love bombing. That sounds interesting. How do I get love bombed?
It's basically like they show you hella high interest to get you attached, and that's ultimately what it is. It's like a manipulation tactic of they show you hella high interest, so it's like, oh, I saying I love you within the first week. That's quote unquote love bombing. I don't even like
real.
I don't like the term.
Yeah,
but that's what they call love. But it's like even without that term, just someone that's it's just a manipulation tactic that I've seen and dealt with early. Or not early, but it's like I've just seen it.
You should see it, and you see.
And when I say I've dealt with it, not in the sense that like a girl has got me, but it's like I've just seen a girl where it's like you're acting too attached, and it's like, bitch, I just met you. This is clearly some type of something's going. Something's
going on. Either you're trying to line my ass up, right? Like when a woman is like too, you know, like he said, too attached early, you know, and I barely even know her ass. I might be thinking. I be thinking of all the scenarios in the world. Like, I'm not saying it could happen. I'm not saying I'm paranoid shit. You call it what you want. You're paranoid until it happens, right? But, you know, I be thinking sometimes, like, what is this bitch's intentions? Because motherfuckers be getting set up with women. Why? Because men who want to either rob other men or do whatever it is that they want to do, they know that men think with their dick. So most men, if you send a woman, they will happily go over there without even knowing her, not question anything, not think about anything. Next thing they know, they get backdoored. Why? Because they're thinking with their dick. So you got to pay attention to that shit. Be like, what is this chick's intentions?
Doesn't make any logical sense.
She never met a Zeb before. It's one of one. She wants to keep you. How do I keep you? I gotta tell you I love you. I gotta tell you, what do I gotta do to keep you?
Yeah, that type of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I like when a girl's affectionate, this and the third. But when it's overly, I typically see it as like a manipulation tactic. And a lot of times, even aside from just saying I love you, girls might try to overly text and create this relationship dynamic where
they pull back.
It's overly communicative and just doing. And it's like, bitch, I just don't like any of that extra shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I catch a lot of shit early, and that's something where I would like, yeah, I see what's going on. Like, bitch, this, and basically to simplify it for anybody that might be like, or you can apply this to multiple things. It's just anything that's abnormal. Typically, there's an underlying issue. So you can apply this to literally anything. Like anything that's abnormal, there's typically an underlying issue. If I had 3 fingers on my hand, that's abnormal. A typical human hand has 5 fingers. So if you see it with 3 fingers, you automatically know there's some underlying issue. He was born with a genetic defect. He had some tragic accident. He lost his fingers. But there's some underlying issue. So same with behavior. When you're seeing things that's abnormal, there's typically an underlying issue. Oh, she slept with the whole...
And men do this shit too. That's why women don't trust most men, right? Because most men, in order to get the pussy, what do? They mirror her. They do whatever it is that she says that she wants. They line themselves up with that, even if it's not what they want. You know, they just deceive all this shit just to get some pussy. So guess what? Women don't trust men because of that. Women do it too. Men do it too. Everyone does it. It's about, you know, paying attention to what is this person's true intentions. Right? For men, typically, it's what does this woman want from me, right? For women, it's usually this man wants sex, right? So she knows his intentions. But as a man, depending on who you are, right? If you don't have no game, that's why I tell you guys, if you have no confidence, if you have no game, and you focus on looks, money, and status, guess what? You're going to be a fucking lick for these women. You're going to be an easy target because she's going to see your ass and she's going to say, oh, that motherfucker has money. He has no game. Oh, okay. All right. She's going to be licking her lips, licking her fingers, talking about, let me get a 10-piece chicken McNut. What? You're a fucking free meal for her ass. She's going to tell you everything you want to hear. She might even fuck you. She might even suck the who knows, right? Who knows? She'll do whatever it takes just to get your ass thinking. Because you motherfuckers be getting in love over just texting a woman. Like, you see a woman, you approach her, and you're thinking about her all day. I go and I approach a woman and I forget about her ass. I approach the next one and then I forget about her ass too, and I approach the next one and you know, whoever hits me up, right? But y'all motherfuckers be in love. And that's why I be telling y'all are an easy target for these women.
Neighborhood, that's abnormal for a girl to just be hella promiscuous like that. So it's typically an underlying issue. That's why they say, oh, daddy issues or something. Yeah. So in a lot of regards, when you just notice abnormal behavior like with that, I love you within the first week, it's like, bitch, you just met me.
When is an appropriate time for a girl to say I love you?
It ain't really the time you put in, it's what you put in.
I thought that, why do you put in good work the first week?
But
like you live with a bitch for a whole week. Some abnormal shit, don't get me wrong, it's abnormal to live with a bitch, but it's like, you just now said it's not about the time you spend, it's about the time you put into the time.
First off, and this is a whole nother topic, but it's like, what is love? Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, and that's a whole nother bag.
Love is a red flag.
That's a whole nother bag, but it's like,
and this is my rebuttal to when she tells me, I love you first week. Oh, you love me? Well, me and my nigga need this new camera. We got a new setup going on. We need new mics.
He's a manipulator.
No, I just, like,
oh, you love me?
Like, I cash in on love. I cash in on love.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts. Show me through your actions, right? Her words can say whatever it is, right? That's how you know that someone's trying to manipulate you. When their words don't match their actions. See, now, if her words and her actions line up, maybe she does. Who knows? I mean, 7 days is fucking quick. But if you want to know if someone's manipulating you, do their words match their actions? Because the actions tell it all, right? What do they say? Believe nothing of what you hear, believe half of what you see. Because even the actions, you know, someone could be calculated enough to act in certain ways to make you think that. But for the most part, right, a woman's actions are going to tell you everything that you need to know, the truth. But her words, you know, sometimes it's manipulation, sometimes it's genuine emotion, right? When a woman truly loves you, she's going to tell you. But 7 days, that's quick.
I don't know if everybody cash in. Chat, do y'all cash in on love? Because Jay love to cash in on love. Like, you love me, show me, baby. Don't tell me.
He's a good manipulator. He's not just a manipulator. He's good.
My love language is gifts.
He said, show me. I cash in on love. That's a good quotable.
So,
good job, Jay. But you know, it's not so much a time span like, oh, she got it. I'm not saying she has to wait months or this, but it's just, I just met you. Like, I'm not saying that there can't be an attachment within that first week or whatever, but it's like
that is.
It's like if you just walked up to a woman, right? This is abnormal. This is an abnormality, right? You just walked up to a woman. Hey, excuse me, I just wanted to introduce myself. Oh, you should come over to my crib, right? You'd be like, you know, there's no time frame on this, but damn, that quick? Like, what is this woman's intentions, right? You would question it. Who knows? Maybe you ran into a fucking leprechaun. Maybe this bitch, you know, she wants to get fucked and she's really attracted to you, but it's out of the norm. It's like normally, you know, we'd have to exchange just a little bit of conversation. Like, I'm not even saying you can't be undressed within the hour, because I've had that shit. I've experienced that shit, right? Within an hour. But, like, right away, you know, you just got to question certain shit and just pay attention and be like, what's going on here?
True, that is true.
I just anything abnormal, it just my antennas go off. Anything abnormal, guy or girl, when you notice abnormal behavior, your antennas gotta go off, because that's 9 times out of 10, that's your body telling you this is a red flag.
Doesn't like you being with your friends deal breaker, or do we need to talk about it? Do we need to check it, or there's nothing?
I'd say not great, but I could live with it. Like, I mean, I don't really care what she doesn't like. I'm saying, like, she don't gotta like it, but it's like a girl being like, I don't like you playing the game. Okay,
but
it's like a job. You go to a job, you know. As a man, you gotta have your program tight. You gotta have structure to the relationship. And so, as a man, you can't have a woman come in and start changing everything up. That's not how this shit works, right? You're the man. You build your world. You provide structure. You run your program tight. The same way that, you know, when you go into a job, they have structure. They have a code of conduct. They have a way that you have to dress. You can't smoke weed. We're going to drug test you. All this shit, right? If you're working at that job, you got to abide by those laws and by those rules. If you don't like it, you can find another job. They're not going to change it for you. You understand that? Most of you guys just be changing everything up for a woman, whatever she says, 9 times out of 10, that shit is a test to see, is this man malleable? Is he easy to bend? Because if I can bend him, then the world can. Pause on that. You know what I mean, though. Like, y'all just be switching shit up. Your woman tells you, oh, I don't want you to hang out with your friends. This is why motherfuckers get into a relationship and you never hear from their ass again. Because their woman's running shit. She's telling him in his ear, I don't want you hanging out with them, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's listening to her. He's not hanging out with them. Next thing you know, like there's small shit in a relationship that obviously relationships require a bit of compromise, right? Like, for example, I don't know, your woman is sad that you don't FaceTime her enough or some shit like that, right? So you might give her a little extra FaceTime here and there, right? Just shit like that. That's like small shit, right? But the overall boundaries that you have as a man to run your program correctly, you can't be switching shit up. You run shit, right? Are you the leader or are you the follower? Because if you're the leader, then you have to lead. The leader doesn't follow. The leader leads. The leader might take some information from the people who are following him and take it into consideration and say, But if you just openly just switch it up just because, then you're not a leader.
Gonna play.
But if you play the game every day, that means that's gonna affect her.
Cool, it can do that. But it's like, I guess the point I'm making is there's a difference in you not liking it and you complaining about it. There's a difference.
A complaint is gonna come though.
No, what I'm saying is complaints are getting cut out the equation. Okay. You don't gotta like it. Okay. You just not gonna complain about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't gotta like it, but I don't want to discuss it with you.
This is one thing that I've told guys, right? And some guys don't believe me, but when a woman, when I go on a date with a woman, if she ever complains about the place that we're going to, right? What did I just say? The leader can take information from the people following him, take it into consideration, and potentially, make the decision based on his best judgment. But when women, sometimes they complain, right? Why are we going to get some Mexican food, right? I want to go here. I look at them, I'm like, are you paying? No. Okay. So then we're going here. If you want to go somewhere, you could recommend it. And if I'm craving that too, then we can go there. If not, we'll go the next time. But I'm the one paying. So I don't want to hear no complaints. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, why are we going here? You're not paying, right? You're eating free food, so enjoy it. Simple.
It's kind of like even with our YouTube content. I remember I had this conversation with my mom early, like when we first started. And it's like, oh, she's obviously not wanting to see videos of me. Oh, they want this in their mouth and this and that.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you do these type of videos? And it's like, it just got to a point to where it's like, you don't like the content, cool, but don't discuss it with me.
Just stop watching.
Like, I don't want to have a conversation with you. And it goes back to when we was talking about, nigga, just cutting poison out your life. Like, I don't want these negative voices in my mind or just trying to penetrate what I got going on. You get what I'm saying?
No, you guys.
So, it's like, you don't gotta like the channel, but don't complain to me about it. I don't want to talk to you about it. Just either don't watch it, don't consume it, and if you continue to complain, then we're just not gonna be around each other. So in a situation like this, it's the same thing of like, she don't gotta like it. I don't really care how you feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm just don't.
Exactly, because a man does what he wants. A man who doesn't do what he wants, he's a slave to everyone else's opinions. He's afraid of criticism. He's afraid of this. He's afraid of that. He's controlled. He doesn't do what he wants. He's not free. He doesn't have a free mind. He's not a free thinker. So he's controlled by everyone else. This person says this, so he switches this up. He won't approach that woman because he's afraid about what the people around her might think. He won't approach this group of women because what if she rejects me? Now the other friends think this, right? They don't do what they want. A man does what he wants, right? It's a shame to even call the other scenario a man. That's a male, right? He might have, the appendages of a man, but he's not a man. A man does what he wants. A man goes after what he wants. And he doesn't listen to the criticism of others, right? He might take constructive criticism, but just criticizing to be like, oh, negative shit, right? A man's not going for that. A man goes after what he wants.
Express the feeling.
I see what you're saying.
It's like, you don't gotta like me. I don't really like he kicks it with his strings. Okay.
Just don't speak on it.
Yeah, just don't speak on it.
I see what you're saying.
It's like with the video, like she's gonna like seeing a nigga knock hoes.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna complain or you know what I mean, bring any type of negative energy to this situation.
Yeah.
If it's that,
That's facts. I've had women tell me they don't like my videos either, right? If, we've been intimate or whatever the case may be, sometimes they don't like the shit I be saying about, fucking women, this and that, fucking her right, all this shit, right? Because they don't want you to talk about that because they feel like you're publicly displaying to other women, right? That's what they think, right? Even though this channel is for men and I'm trying to teach men to help out men, they're like, oh, but what if a woman watches, right? You're talking about fucking her pussy and blah, 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 right? And I'm like, hey, listen, it is what it is, right? Just like he said, you could like it, but I'm not going to change it. I tell him straight like that. Like, listen, this channel is for men. This channel's not for you, okay? So I'm not going to switch up this entire channel, filter myself, stop speaking the truth to help men, to better men, to impact thousands and probably even millions of lives just because one woman doesn't like it. Like, if you don't like it, it is what it is. There's some men out there who need to hear it, right? Some men out there who need to hear it raw and uncut. They need to hear all that shit because most people in their day-to-day life don't talk about it. So who am I to filter myself because a woman doesn't like that shit? If you don't like it, hey, you could either stay silent about it and feel like that internally, or if you really don't like it, just walk away. It's no worries. Keep it pushing.
If it's that much of an issue to where you're creating resentment, or if it's really becoming an issue, then we're just not compatible. But you don't gotta like it. Like, I don't like him playing the game all day. It's like, just don't complain about it. That's just my thing about it. Like, this is why I say, well, I don't say it like it ain't nothing I really talk about like that, but it's like I don't even believe in feelings, in the sense that it's like a feeling is only real to yourself. They're only real to other people once you express it. So I could have any feeling in the world and you will never know unless I express it. I could be depressed. But if I don't express the depression, then it doesn't exist and no one else, it doesn't exist.
That's what guys don't understand about this shit. Guys who sit there and fight, no, I can't approach that woman because I have anxiety. Oh, I have depression, right? You got to understand that successful people or winners, they feel whatever emotion you feel. They're still humans, but they just know how to perform under pressure. You think that the motherfuckers in the UFC don't feel some sort of like adrenaline or nervousness inside? No, of course they do. But they're stone cold, right? They don't express that. They're not up there shaking and shit, right? You don't think that when the NBA players are fucking, in a high pressure game, I don't watch the NBA, so I don't know the terms or everything, but when they're in a high pressure game, you don't think they feel some sort of like, they just know how to perform under pressure because they've already learned how to handle it, right? So as a shooter, as a man who shoots his shot after what he wants, right? Even if you're fucking nervous, go do that shit. Just go talk to her, right? She doesn't even know if you're unconfident. You motherfuckers be letting her ass know when she doesn't even know you. She doesn't know you from a fucking hole in the wall. You just approached her randomly, right? But y'all be up there, oh, hey, how you doing, right? Showing all this nervousness and shit. Going on the date, showing all this nervousness and shit. When she doesn't even know that you're nervous unless you show it. So y'all be saying, oh, I have anxiety. Bro, do you know that you have the power to control your mind? You have the power to control whether you do or don't do something, regardless of how you feel. You have the choice to say, you know what? I feel this anxiousness, right? But I'm going to just call it, energy, right? I'm going to just call it energy. I'm going to call it energy and I'm going to take action either way. Depressed? Listen, two people could be feeling the exact same way. One person will be depressed. The other person might feel depressed as the other person states, right? But this person is still doing whatever it is because they're like, fuck it. I already feel like shit. I'm going to still go to the gym. I'm going to still make YouTube videos. I'm going to still do all this shit, even though I feel depressed because it's just a fucking feeling. A feeling is not real. This world that we live in is real. All this shit is real, right? But a feeling is not real. It's not tangible. You can't see it. But this motherfucker over here, he feels the same thing that this motherfucker feels, but he's over here like, oh, I can't go to the gym because I'm depressed. I can't get a girlfriend because I'm depressed. No, you're giving so much power to this shit that's not even real.
It's like just the thoughts. You get what I'm saying? I could be thinking anything. Damn, I wanna hurt Jay. But unless I in any way express that thought, then it doesn't exist. No one knows what you're thinking. It's just unless you express it. So the point I'm making is, whatever you like, don't like, that's a you thing. Unless you are expressing your dislike of it, then it doesn't affect me at all. So the point I'm getting at is like, I don't care what she likes and doesn't like. Now, I don't want her to be building up resentment to where to me, that's just we're not compatible. But you don't have to like it. Like, you don't have to like the dog. You don't have to like it. You just don't have to in any way express your dislike towards it.
Okay.
But you can internally feel however you want to feel. That's your existence. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess another example is like with the YouTube. It's like she doesn't have to like the type of content. But you just don't have to express any dislike.
That's true.
Like, she doesn't have to come in like, yeah, I like when he goes and he picks up other girls, and you don't have to like it. Now, as long as you don't dislike it so much to where it's causing this.
Yeah, if it's a deal breaker, then just walk away. If you don't like it, you can communicate and no complaining or anything, but it's not going to change. But understand that if it's a deal breaker, just walk away. Because a man is not going to change for a woman. A man goes after what he wants.
Negative internal, you have this or resentment, then we're just not compatible.
Yeah.
But it's like, you could just, I don't really enjoy it. I don't really like that type of content. Just don't watch it. Don't engage with it. Don't express it negatively. That's just my, like, you don't have to like. I really don't care what she.
Likes Kanye.
I need more information. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you like about this?
It ain't even like, I mean, it depends on what you mean by like you like him. Like
I like his music. I like his points of view. I like the way he thinks.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the way he acts.
You feel like a nigga music, but it should be nothing really deeper than that. You don't know the nigga. You know what I mean? So
why you like him?
I mean, you feel like his music, like, I like his music.
So need more information.
Or even if he seems like cool people, it's like, okay, maybe you've seen a couple interviews, but it's like when you on some, I'm a fan.
Yeah, facts. Your woman should not be telling you about celebrity crushes, because her celebrity crush can crush if the situation is right. Why the fuck would you have a woman telling you about her celebrity crushes? Some of y'all be like, oh, my woman's celebrity crush is fucking R. Kelly. Like, bro, why is she telling you that shit? Why? Why would a woman that respects you be telling you about another man? You're allowing it just because this man is famous and you don't think she will ever see him in her life. He's like this mythical character, but in reality, he's another man. Think about that shit. Think about if she told you, I have a crush on my coworker. Some of y'all be cucks. I don't know. I have a crush on my coworker. I have a crush on the mailman. You would be tripping, right? But y'all be letting a woman tell you about a celebrity crush? What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, that ain't gonna go.
Bad at giving compliments.
I ain't gonna lie, I just see 10 steps ahead. Like, you ever have a girl who's like, you could tell she's trying to, I mean, I guess you can call it the love bombing shit, but it's like, you could tell she's trying to compliment to get you attached. You ever dealt with that? Where it goes back to that, it just doesn't feel genuine. Not to say it's a lie, but it just feels like this is the strategic move. She's trying to tell me what I want to hear, and this is a power move. You ever dealt with that? Because I've dealt with that, where it's like,
she think this is the way to your heart, but really it's like,
and it just feels disingenuous. Like, you're trying to get me attached by saying this cute shit I want to hear.
Yeah,
and I don't feel with that.
But what if it's genuine? What if?
It's funny when bitches do this shit, cause it's like, oh, you think you a player, huh? Like, bitches don't know who they be fucking with, right? They be thinking every motherfucker is a square. Every motherfucker is gonna fall for their tricks. And that's when a woman ends up way more attached than she thought she was gonna be. Cause she thought, oh, I could probably, run game on this motherfucker. Until she finds out the game is being ran on her. And then she's like, oh shit, what the fuck have I gotten myself into, right? Now she's down the rabbit hole. Now she's attached. Now she's in love. Whole time she thought she was gonna get your ass attached. But you stayed detached, and she got her ass in love. Cause she was, falling for your ass.
What if she's coming from a genuine place, but you thinking too deep into it, Dad? You threw that shit on today, Dad. God damn it. So you don't need this shit. I wear this every day.
Nah, it ain't like that. But it's like, I can't think of an exact example, but long story short, I just
Like you brush your teeth a certain way. I love the way you brush your teeth. That's such a great way to brush your teeth.
I can't think of an exact example, but yeah, that's some that
You ain't feeling it.
Nah, I just like the whole compliments. I don't really look for compliments. Like I'm not looking.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just bigger on.
Here's the thing. When you validate yourself, this is why, like, I don't care if a woman compliments me. I don't care if I'm not someone's type. I don't care either way, right? It's nice if she compliments me. I don't really care. I don't really have no use for it, right? I'm gonna say thank you. But at the end of the day, I validate myself. So the only validation I need is my own. A lot of you guys be getting your ego boosted up because you don't validate yourself. You know? You're at war. You'd rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world than to be at peace with yourself and at war with the world. Meaning you find the validation within. So no one's criticism can tear you down. That shit ain't nothing to a giant, right? And no one's compliments can boost your head up. That's how y'all be getting manipulated. Motherfuckers, not even just women, at work, at business, right? At the car dealership, you walk into the car dealership, the salesman's like, wow, look at you, wow, oh, you know, gassing you up. And you don't validate yourself, so you need that external validation. And so when you walk in there, that's how they manipulate you. They gain your trust. They get you to like them because they make you feel good because you don't have that feeling already. When you have that feeling already within because you have that confidence, guess what? You know, it doesn't make a difference. Oh, I appreciate it, right? Oh, you're so handsome. Appreciate it, baby. Oh, you smell so good. I know, right? You already have that internal validation.
I just don't like negativity. I'm not looking for you to just kind of like validate, but you don't gotta be a yes man and tell me everything I do is amazing. I just don't like negativity.
I see what you're saying.
So that's just more so the type of vibe I be on. Like,
wants to use your phone, knows your password. She
I
wants
don't
to
know.
use your phone.
Amazing.
What do you want to use my phone for? You want to make a phone call? Okay. What's the number? I'll dial it.
see, that's something me personally, I honestly don't care about. Now, you're not gonna be playing detective going through my shit. I'm not.
That is true. That is true. You can know my password, right? But you're not gonna go through it without my permission. You can't just unlock my phone, start going through, right? Like you said, you know, if you need my phone for something, like you need to make a phone call or some shit, or you need to take a picture, cool. But you're not gonna take advantage of the fact that you know my password. And this is not just for any woman. This is like a woman that I'm in a relationship with, right? If we're in a relationship, you want to know my password, cool. But you're not gonna go through my phone. You're not just gonna unlock my phone. I come into the room and you're like, no, Sirski. No, Sirski. Nope. That is a violation. That is a violation, and it must be checked. It must be checked. The fuck are you doing? What are you doing going through my phone? Nah. You gotta go. Right? You gotta go. It's that simple.
Do it, but in general, like I don't really care if she was just like I don't have nothing on there that's like, oh, I hope she doesn't.
Yeah.
He got the burner phone.
Yeah,
like me, you can have the phone, you can use the phone. I really don't care. I'm just more so on some like I don't like I guess the intention is what matters most.
Okay.
If the intention is I'm trying to detect and I'm playing detective, you know, you're not playing detective.
Yeah.
But
Need more information.
yeah, I would need more. What about you?
That one is if you want to use my phone and you want to go, first thing you need to do is go to the bathroom and use the phone. No, I can see through. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. Nobody does phone calls while they taking it. You feel me? So it is situational though. Like I'm not like you want to take some pictures. You want to use a phone. It's no problem. But we both got phones. Like what do you need to use my phone for?
Use your phone.
Fact, I pay the phone bills for both the phones. What do you need to use my phone for?
Right.
So, but yeah, you do need more information. Needs regular attention.
I need more information. I don't understand what's going on. Something's going on.
Yeah.
She needs regular attention. I mean, I feel like that's pretty normal with women, right? They need attention. Here's the thing. If you're a weak ass man, right? If you're a weak ass motherfucker and your woman tells you I need attention and you're busy doing some shit, then you're going to fucking, okay, right? Because you're trying to win over her love instead of her respect. As a man, when you value respect more than love, it doesn't matter what she likes in the moment. It's about respect. I'm doing something right now. Listen, baby, When we get together, I'm gonna give you all the attention in the world. But right now, I'm focused on something. Right now, I'm doing something. So I'll call you when I'm done. I'll text you when I'm done. You know, we can link up later, whatever the case may be. But right now, I'm doing something, right? It's okay for her to feel the need to want attention, but I'm not gonna switch shit up, right? I've had women get mad at me because, pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, what's up? Oh, why do you say what's up? I'm like, I'm doing something. What's going on? Oh, I'm just, I just wanted to talk to you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, listen, I'm busy right now. They get mad, but they still end up sucking the yameen later. Why? Because she still respects me. She might not feel the happiest in that moment because she wants my attention, but my attention is valuable. I'm not just gonna give my attention away for free. Why do you think they call it paying attention? Attention is the currency, okay? And a lot of you guys give away that currency. That's why the man in the friend zone never gets no ass, because he's paying attention, but he's not getting anything in return. Imagine paying for something and not getting that product. That's a scam. As a man, you got to pay attention to things that pay you back, that give you dividends. You're investing your attention, okay? If you're investing your attention to a woman, she better be, you know what I mean? If you're investing your attention into, something else, it better be paying you back. So as a man, when you end up in the friend zone, you're being scammed, buddy. You're giving away all your attention that could be used for something else, but you're giving it to a woman who's giving her attention to another man. And she's extracting your attention, more attention, more attention, more attention, right? And your dumbass is just, oh, hey, right? Texting her all the time, calling her all the time, and getting nothing in return.
There's an underlying...
Anything abnormal, I see an underlying issue. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
See, they trying to have us get messy on the stream. Did y'all end up cracking them strippers? Come on, brother. We're not going to discuss. I told you privacy is power. Like, come on, brother. We're not going to sit here and get sloppy.
Chat's messy.
But that's fine. Like,
spicy chat tonight.
I understand.
That's how you know motherfuckers don't get no ass. And I don't mean to pause this shit so much, but these motherfuckers be saying some shit that, I can chime in on, right? A lot of videos, they might not have a lot of shit to chime in on, but this shit, they be saying some shit that I can relate to, and I got a lot to say, right? As far as that, that's how you know when a motherfucker don't get no ass. When he's going around telling all the business. You think women are gonna want to gravitate towards that man when his lips are loose and he's just speaking the business? Like your lips have to be like a sealed vault, right? I've worked at jobs where guys have asked me, "Are you and her fucking?" And I'll be like, "Nah." Oh, really? Yeah? Nah, nothing. Right? Whole time I know, we in the car getting it in every night, pounding her shit, taking her ass to Pound Town, giving her ass a motherfucking facial every night, cream pies, all that shit, right? Whole time I'm like, nah, right? Because a man who gets women understands that women don't want a motherfucker who's telling all the business. When you're the type of guy who just tells it all, they're not going to show you that freaky side of them. A lot of you guys, you might even get sex, but it's not the same type of sex that you would get if you're a fucking player about that shit, right? If you're not speaking on the business, if you're keeping that shit lips, you know what I mean, right? But a lot of you guys, oh, I smashed this girl, and I smashed that girl, and I smashed this girl. Why do you feel the need to prove yourself so much? And why are you asking other men if they've smashed a woman? That's between them. Let them handle that shit.
And it's like, temptation is gonna come knocking at your door. You know what I'm saying? Whether it come from your friends,
lust.
Temptation in the sense of not necessarily temptation lustful, but it's like he's tempting us to get messy. He's tempting us to. But if niggas plays with a little bit of game, it's like it ain't gonna get messy. But it's like he's tempting to fall victim.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
because the moment they start speaking on that shit, oh, did you smash those strippers? Yeah, we smashed them. Next thing you know, word gets around to them. Oh, hey, you and so smashed? It's like, who the fuck are you and how do you know this shit? Right? Oh, so this motherfucker's just telling it all. He's just telling it all. He's just kissing and telling, huh? He's telling everyone about the business, right? Women have an image to protect. Society has this image for women that they have to be good girls, right? So a woman doesn't want all her information being put out there that she's a slut behind the fucking closed doors. She doesn't want that information being put out. There's women that are openly sluts, right? And then there's women who, they play by society standards. And that's why the most innocent looking ones are the freakiest ones. Because they look innocent, but it's just a facade, a smokescreen. So the world, they can play into the world's expectations. Yeah, I'm a good girl. Behind closed doors, you already know.
He's trying to make a clip.
That's gonna happen. Not even necessarily. He might just be genuinely curious. He's nosy. You know what I'm saying? He's a viewer. He said no answer is an answer. And that's the thing, like, I'm not gonna entertain it. Like,
Okay.
I see what they're trying to do. Like, no answer is an answer. Like, no
I plead the
answer is
fifth.
no answer. Like,
That is what is
they're trying to be an investigator right now.
what
And
did
it's
she
like,
call it though? The chat is gaslighting right now.
I don't know what the chat's doing. I ain't gonna say the whole chat. I'm gonna say that person in the chat.
I see what you're
I'm not gonna blame the whole
That's
chat.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame the whole chat.
Yeah.
But that right there just speaks volumes. Like, I don't say it speaks volumes, but it's like that's a learning lesson within itself.
Hey, listen, we're 13 minutes into this video. It's 32 minutes long. I'm gonna react to a couple more minutes. But if you guys want me to react to the rest of this video, go ahead and leave a comment down below so that I know you guys want me to react to this. Drop a like and don't forget to subscribe, by the way.
A teachable moment is like sometimes your friends, your fan base, there's people in your life are gonna tempt you to do certain things. But brother, you
And
gotta
will you fall victim?
will you fall victim? Oh, he says, when you later in the future end up getting married, what do you look for in a wife? Also, how do you go about your game? You're gonna keep dating her while you're married, etc., or what? See, and this is something that detectives do. I watch a lot of police interrogations and shit. Do you see what he just did there? What that is
I watch interrogations all day, every day. Like, I was just watching back to back this one channel called Red Thread Investigations. Fire. This other one called Explore With Us. I watch those shits all day. Why? Because it really shows you human psychology and how through someone's words another person can be affected. Most people are mentally weak, right? They go into interrogations and they don't understand the games, the mind games that are being played on them. When you understand these mind games that are at play, not only with women, but in the world, right? It's hard for women to run game on you because you understand. When you have understanding, you can see right through what she's doing, okay? In these interrogations, they be buttering the people up, right? Like, I was just watching one where this lady killed her husband and they got her ass to confess. And the moment that she stepped into the interrogation room, she was like, oh, I need an attorney. Okay, no worries. They left her ass alone in the room, right? That loneliness mixed with so much time in the room starts to wear on her mentally because she doesn't have the mental strength to be like, hey, it is what it is, right? So that starts to break her down. Then they come in and she's like, oh, I want to talk about it, right? She starts confessing, and that's when, the interrogator's like, oh my goodness, Susie, right? The tone, not only the words, but the tone. And her name was Susan, and he's calling her Susie. Why do you think he's calling her Susie? Because it kind of makes her feel like a child. Susie is kind of like a children's name, right? Susie, right? It plays on her emotions. This other guy who killed this one guy who, he was in a truck with, supposedly he was dealing some drugs with him, left his ass in the field after shooting him. Whole time, they got his ass to confess. And this man, they're just telling him everything he wants to hear, right? They're acting like they're acting like they're on his side. Well, you need to understand, in an interrogation, their job is to get a confession. They're going to tell you, we already know everything, man. We already know everything. So you might as well just say, then why are we here? Because they're fishing for a confession. And people don't see the mind game, so they end up confessing instead of saying, I would like to speak to a lawyer. Okay? I love watching interrogations, man.
he just implicated that we're going to do something that we never said we're going to do. That's what the police does. So they go, when you were there at 7, what did you order? Right? There was a
Yeah. They're giving you a scenario that they're controlling. This is how manipulation works, right? They're giving you a scenario that they have controlled. It's only giving you the options that they choose. It's not like a question where you can answer however you want. They've cultivated and calculated this scenario that only gives you a limited amount of options. So the moment that you answer one of them, it gives them the answer, right? Without even you knowing that you gave an answer.
Burger at Burger King. When you were there at 7, what did you order? By you even answering what you order, you're putting yourself at the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I never said I was at Burger King.
Yep.
He implied I was at Burger King, and the way I answer is going to determine whether I was there or not. People will try to, girls a lot of times will do this. Yeah. Like, they will imply something that you never said you did or never said you would do, but depending on how you answer the question, speaks volumes. So by him saying, when you get married, nigga, who said I'm getting married? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nigga, that's another story. Like, I see what you're saying. I just be seeing like 10 steps ahead, and I be trying to lace some niggas with some game, but different political.
And this is the thing about game. This is why it's so important as a man to have game, because when you have game, you see 10 steps ahead. And you guys be so worried about talking to women. When you have game, you set it's all about positioning. You set yourself up in ways that gives her an option. You've cultivated some words that give her an option to choose. So you already know what she's going to say. She could either say this or she could say this. And once she says this, I'm going to go with these, right? You're thinking 10 steps ahead. Once she says this, I'm going to go with this, right? Or if she says this, I'm going to go with this, right? You already have everything seen. It's like chess. But a lot of you motherfuckers be like, what am I going to say, right? Because you're not positioning yourself to win.
Beliefs? I'm not educated on the politics, so it's like I don't even know.
But what would you suggest for the chat?
I wouldn't make a suggestion because I'm uneducated. That nigga's trying to get me like, I swear to God, it be your own niggas. Like, do y'all see what's going on?
I just be trying to give.
Like, do y'all see what's going on?
I'm just trying to provide content.
Like, I'm just trying to. I just said, Your Honor, I don't know politics, and his response is, so which one would you tell these niggas? Like, I just said I don't know this shit. Like, nigga, I don't know about Bloods. I don't know about Crips.
That nigga said he sound like DJ Vlad.
Which game would you want them to join? Like, nigga, I just told you I don't know nothing. My mama, that nigga sound like DJ Vlad. Like, that nigga be trying to clip for him. Like,
you saw that one DJ Vlad interview where the guy, I forgot who it was. I think it might have been Bloodhound Q50 or someone, I don't know. But they asked him, like, how did you know that information, right? He asked a question about, like, I think it was like an open case, and he knew the answer to it. And they were like, how did you know that information? How did you know that I got out of jail at that time or whatever? I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like him getting out of jail and he hadn't told anyone about it. And he's like, how'd you know that information? And he's like, oh, are you implying that I'm not a cop? Are you implying that I'm a cop? So DJ Vlad might be with the feds.
Bad tipper.
I don't care. You're wrong. I tip. But that goes back to
you tip 20%?
We've been programmed.
Hell no. 20%. If the service is good, listen, I've worked plenty of customer service jobs, and people are going to disagree all the time because I've commented on this before, and hella people disagree in the comments. Listen, I don't give a fuck, okay? I've worked at, restaurants, plenty of restaurants, and if the service is good, give that person 18%. It's not about, oh, they should pay their customer. No, that person is doing a service for you. They're serving you. They are tending to multiple people, right? So if the service is good, 18%, sure. If it's great, I might give a little extra. But if it's shitty, I'm not just going to give you 18% just because. No, you got to earn that shit, right? I might fuck around and give you 15%. If it's real shitty, I'll give you 0. Why? Because you didn't earn that shit. You gave bad customer service. You didn't treat me right. You didn't prioritize me, right? So that's what I believe. 18%, I think that's the standard. But
what am I supposed to tip for? Your job don't pay you enough? Now, no. I come from a family of waitresses, and you know what I mean. So it's like,
in some states they don't get paid wage; they only get paid for tips.
But that shouldn't be my job to pay you what your job doesn't pay you. That doesn't make any And why does it only apply to waitresses? At Burger King, I didn't get tips. Why doesn't your job pay you what you're supposed to get paid? Like, why?
I mean, at Burger King though, bro. At Burger King, you're fucking flipping burgers. That's it. As a server, you gotta listen. I've worked at restaurants that had 10 people at one table, right? And the servers might have like 4 different tables, right? So that server has to basically watch 40 people and make sure that everyone gets their food on time. Everyone's satisfied. They don't get the orders mixed up. They make sure that this person that has Coke and this person has Sprite and this person has Diet Coke and this person has water. And then they got to make sure that they refill it. And so if the service is good, that means that person is on top of that shit. They're making sure you got Coke. They're making sure this person got lemonade. They're making sure the food is out at this time. They're making sure they're coming back, making sure that everything is okay. Everything good over here, guys, right? So it's a lot different than Burger King. And trust me, I've worked at McDonald's. That was my first job. And I don't expect to get tipped at McDonald's. But as a server, I've worked server jobs before. I've worked bartender. I've worked chef. I've done busser. As a busser, I don't think you should get tipped. But as a server, from someone who has worked server jobs before, and I've also been a chef, and I've also been a bartender, those are things that, you're providing a service. So you should be compensated depending on how your service is.
How do I have to make up for the lack of your and it only applies to think about it, it only applies to that. Why doesn't it apply to other shit? We've created a, and I get it, I tip. I'm not trying to act like I'm a nigga who don't tip. Don't fry me, chat. But it's like we've been programmed. Nigga, why am I supposed to be paying you extra for doing what you're supposed to do?
The chat made a good point. Tipping a barber. That's the only one that I don't understand. Is like, I'm getting the haircut. Whatever you think your haircut should be priced at, if it's priced at $100, and if I'm willing to pay it, that's what it is. I'm not gonna pay you $120.
Yeah, to me that's everything. It's like you come to work to do a service, you do the service, and you get paid from your work to do the service. Why am I paying you extra? Now I understand we're probably gonna get clipped, and we're probably just gonna and it's like. This is why this stream shit is like, but I don't even like doing these type of conversations on stream. I like this shit on Patreon because it's just a private, it's just nigga group, the guys, but it's like, it is what it is, whatever. Keep in mind, I come from a family of waitresses, so it's like, I was raised to tip. I do tip in general, but I just understand it's like, this is retarded. This doesn't make any logical. Why am I paying you extra? And you can apply it to me in anything, like, oh, they're doing you a service. It's like, yeah, that's what they get paid to do. That's what when you went to get a job interview, you went there to knowing what the job consisted of, and that's what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the job consisted of tips. Listen, we're going to pay you $7 an hour, right? And then, based on your service, you get tipped. Okay? You get tipped if you provide a good service. The people who provide a bad service, they don't get paid too much. Why? Because their service is shitty. They're not getting a lot of tips. The people who provide great service, they have an incentive to work harder, right? That's what I believe. I believe, everyone can have differing opinions, and I'm not the type of motherfucker to be like, what the fuck? You think that? Like, that's low-level thinking. If you can't disagree with someone and just simply agree to disagree and state why you disagree, you're a low-level thinker, okay? But I believe that, it gives servers an incentive to work harder, provide a greater service. Because if the price is the same, then if they get paid the same, they're not really going to give a fuck. But if they know if I provide a better service, I'm going to get paid better, then you're going to get better service overall. You're going to get faster food. Your food is going to be there on time. You're going to get your drinks refilled quick. They're going to have all their attention on you quick, right? Because they know if I provide a good service, then the chances of me getting paid more is there. But if I don't, then it's not. So that's what I believe.
I see what you're saying.
And understand, if I want to do it, that's different. But we're talking about entitlement. Why is there this pressure? Because if you don't tip, you get looked at.
Oh, yeah. That's facts. Because I've worked with servers, right? And there was this woman that I worked with one time, right? She chased the motherfuckers out of the restaurant because they didn't tip. And she was telling them, hey, I get paid off tips. Hey, you're not going to tip. Like, I get it. Listen, I've been a server myself. I get it. But I'm not entitled to a tip. I'm not entitled to that shit. If they tip, that's generous of them. If I provided a great service and they want to compensate me for that, that's generous of them. But if they don't, obviously I'm going to be like, man, this motherfucker, I just did all this shit for him and he ain't even fucking compensate me for that shit. But I'm not going to, I'm not going to go after them, chasing them. This woman went out there and said, hey, are you sure? I'm like, damn, you don't got no type of pride? That's damn near begging.
that crazy. Like if you want to go, yo, this was exceptional service. Here goes the extra couple dollars. You're in a good position in life, and you want to give people excess. I can understand that, cool. But this pressure to do it, this pressure of like, wait, you didn't tip.
Here's the thing, though. I don't believe that people who are broke should go to fucking high-end restaurants, because I've worked at some high-end restaurants, and there'll be broke people that go there, and, you know, they have the server providing all this service, and then they don't tip. Like, if you're broke, just go to fucking McDonald's where you don't have to tip. Go to Burger King. But if you go to a high-end restaurant where you know the servers get paid off of tips and they're doing a lot of work for you to make sure that your food is prepared exactly how you like it, don't go there when you're broke. Just sacrifice. Just chill out for a little bit. Go to Burger King. Go to fucking Chipotle. Go wherever you want to go. And then when you got it, go out to the restaurants. That's what I think.
It's like you get looked at crazy. Like, wait, you didn't. It's like, nigga, what am I? I just see the bullshit. Like, we've been programmed. It's cool.
Bro, people at restaurants, they are racist. They are racist as fuck. Anyone who's worked at a restaurant, they know. The motherfuckers who are racist, like, if you don't tip, I've heard some of my old coworkers, several, say this fucking N-word, right? Just because they didn't tip. And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker is fucked up over here, you know, calling this person derogatory names and everything just because they didn't tip. Like, I get feeling like, damn, I just did all this work and this motherfucker ain't even tip shit. I get it. But, like, anyone who's worked at a restaurant knows that the people who work at restaurants a lot of them are racist.
It's a programming that I participate in, whatever, you can have it. But I just see through that, like, nigga, it's just entitlement.
Go to the gym often.
That's all of those. I mean, that's the thing about the gym, and we discussed it on pods. I just see I notice a lot of red flags in general with gym girls. Obviously, it's a generality, but
because one of the red flags that I've noticed is you go to the gym in a fucking bra and little booty shorts, but it's workout clothes, right? It's workout clothes. But you're going to the gym or around a bunch of guys, right? And you're over here squatting, doing all this shit, right? Stretching, bending over in a little bra and little booty shorts, but it's workout clothes. No, there's red flags, like he said.
The gym itself, obviously being healthy is a green flag, but I know a lot of red flags that come with gym girls. I ain't gonna lie. That's just me, though.
Are you talking about it, or it's just like, I'm not gonna stop you on your grind, we just not compatible?
I guess we could talk about it, because it's all situational. Like, what type of outfits is she going in, this and that. If she ain't going to no crazy shit,
it's not a problem.
But I ain't gonna lie, like,
it is a problem.
It is a problem. It is a problem. Like, it's all situational. That's in a deal breaker? God damn.
That's what you said.
No, I never said that. Like, we're not gonna do that.
It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely something to have a conversation about. You know? If your chick is out there, and it's not to control what she wears, right? She has free will to do whatever she wants. If you voice your opinion and you don't like something or whatever the case may be, and you have a conversation about it, and she truly wants to keep doing that, she can do it. She has free will. But you're not going to do it with me, right? I'm not about to be with some chick who's going to the fucking gym in some little tiny ass bra and her fucking, like, if we're just dating, I don't give a fuck what you wear, right? But if you're my chick, you're not about to be going to the gym doing all that shit. And if you want to do that, that's cool. You just won't be my chick. We can go back to fucking. We can just go back to doing what we do. But there's not going to be no type of, I'm not going to be like, yeah, my girlfriend, that's my girlfriend over there. Yeah, that's my girlfriend over there, you know, at the gym with her fucking ass out and those fucking leggings that go up the fucking ass crack and you could see everything. Hell no. Hell no. It's something to have a conversation about for sure. But deal breaker, if she wants to do that shit, I would say it's a deal breaker if she wants to do all that provocative shit. But it is what it is.
You want more information? It's not great. You can live with it. Like, what do you want, man? You sound like you want more information out of the bitch. I can get you more information out of her. Like, you feel me? What does she wear? How does she? You feel me? What gym does she go to? What time does she go to the gym?
It ain't even about the gym or the time. It's like, nigga,
And Personal trainers. If your woman has a male personal trainer, what the fuck are you doing? You got another man over there bending over your chick, being like, yeah, that's how you stretch it right there. Yeah, get that stretch a little deeper. Oh yeah, holding her legs. Yeah, let's make sure that stretch is a lot deeper. I wanna make sure I go real deep into that stretch, right? You got another man doing that to your woman? She's probably getting crushed in the parking lot, okay? As a man, you should be in shape so that you can be her personal trainer. If she wants to get in shape, listen, baby, let's go work out together, right? But I don't believe that any woman in a relationship, as a man, you should be okay with her going to some fucking personal trainer. The motherfucker's all muscular and fucking motherfucker looks handsome as fuck, and he's just stretching out your girl. Like, it's not even about being insecure. That's just a red flag, major red flag. Hell no. Hell no. I'll train you, baby. Don't worry. I'll train you at the gym. I'll train you in the bedroom. I'll train you wherever you want. Okay? But I'm not about to have another man stretching out my woman. Pause.
To me, it's
Is it working out if she just works out in the backyard? Is that a problem?
nah, that ain't a problem. But in the garage, backyard, nah. But like I say, brother, it's everything is situational, and I'm not trying to go too deep in this bag.
All right. Plays
Not trying to get clipped.
MMORPGs. MMORPGs. I
I don't even know what that means.
I think this is. I think Pokemon is an MMORPG.
Pokemon?
I think so. When you like, I think RPGs is somewhere there's like a level up system.
I thought RPG was like the bazooka shit that you shoot at things. Like, you know how niggas got an RPG in Call of Duty and they kill niggas with it?
Role play gaming, I think it is. RPG.
RPG is a
Role playing games.
nigga said the RPG that being Call of Duty.
Oh, my mama, that's an RPG.
That is an RPG.
Okay, then why are you laughing? Like, that nigga, like, niggas always do that for the chat. Like, come on, bruh. Nigga try to make nigga.
It was just funny.
Shit, like, in front of the boys.
It was
like,
just funny. Like,
what's going on?
You know, one of the homies just say some goofy shit at time.
But it ain't goofy, it's true. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, that is an RPG. Yes or no?
Okay, this video is too long. I want to react to the rest. Because it's interesting. But this 1 hour I just noticed. So I'm going to cut this video right here. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the rest. I'll react to it tomorrow. And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And hit me up on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching if you want to get in shape. Or if you want to help build, if you want me to help build your confidence so that you can stop being afraid of talking to women, okay? Shoot me a DM. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.